Hello everyone, today we're working on a 2013 Ford Escape. And what we're going to do is do a transmission fluid change on this one. I'm not going to do a flush as we don't have cooler lines on this one. So we're going to go through the procedure. First thing we're going to do is check the fluid level and see what the fluid looks like, and we'll also show you how to get to that bottom side of the transmission. So we'll get started. Okay, the first thing we need to do is take this shield off the bottom underneath the engine and transmission. There's 9 screws holding it in, and you can see there's actually 4 across the front here, and you're going to take those out. You can see they're T30 is what they are, these screws. There's 4 across the front, and then on the side, if you go back here on the side, there's 1 on each side, and if you go to the back, there's 3 across the back, 1 in the middle and 1 on each side. You can kind of see them there. So we take those screws all out, and then that cover will pull forward and slide out for you. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we'll be back with you. Okay, we're going underneath the vehicle here. There's 3 plugs that you're concerned with. There is a drain plug right here by this tag, and that looks to be about a 7/16. Looks like an 1/8" pipe thread, so it's a 7/16 head on that. And then the check plug is going to be, you can see the axle CV boot right here. There's a CV boot right here. This is your axle feeding power out to that driver's side wheel. And right here is a 14mm head plug. And we're going to take that out with the engine off. We should have oil present when we do that. So we're going to go ahead and take that one loose. When the engine's warmed up, it should just come out of here. So with it shut off, we should have some running out. Because when it circulates, the level of the fluid drops in the tranny. And yeah, we got some fluid there. Okay. Go ahead and start it up. So the running up a temp, we should have just a little bit of fluid dribbling out. This vehicle has about 68,000 miles on it. So the fluid's starting to darken a little bit. Don't look too terrible bad yet. There's really nothing coming out. It might be just a tad low. But go ahead and shut it off. So once you shut it off, stop circulating, it'll start running back out again. And there it comes. It's all running back to the sump. Okay. So that's the fluid checkpoint right there. And that's with the engine running. You got to have the vehicle level as well. So if you got front end jacked up, you got to jack up the back in the same amount. So we're going to go ahead and pull the drain plug and get this draining. And then I'll show you where the fill plug is as well. Okay, I'm going to take the drain plug out, get this draining. That was a 7/16 wrench. And here comes the fluid. You can kind of see what it looks like. Let's get a little light in there. There we go. It was time for it. Now, I go to my fluidcapacity.com website and look this vehicle up. I've got, on this tranny, the initial fill is just over 4 quarts. The total fill is 9 quarts. So, I'm going to see what this looks like after we change this oil. I'm going to measure how much I've taken out and refill it with that much. Then I'll check it, make sure it's full, go for a drive. And I may do this procedure twice just to get as much of that old fluid out as I can. So that's kind of what we're going to do here. And here in a few minutes I'll show you the fill point up on top of the transmission. Okay, the fluid we're going to be putting in this is the AMSOIL synthetic automatic tranny fluid. It's at low viscosity. It's what this vehicle calls for. This is a chemically engineered synthetic, and it will greatly extend the life of your transmission over the standard tranny fluid. So we took out right at 4 quarts of fluid, and
We're going to put 4 quarts back in, and we're going to check it and take it for a drive and repeat the procedure. So total we're going to need probably around 8 to 9 quarts to do this twice. So we're in the engine compartment here, and right down here beside these cooling lines, this here, that's your fill port for filling the tranny. It's also the vent for the transmission. So what you do is go down and grab it and just pull it out, and you get a nice spot there to put your funnel in. So we're going to go down in. We're not going to seal it up tight because we got to let a little air out as we go in. And we're going to go ahead and add 4 quarts of fluid to it, and then we'll check the transmission fluid level. Okay, when you go to fill this, again, we're filling through not only the fill plug, but it's also the vent. So it's going to be hard to push that fluid in. There's going to be air trying to escape from below. What you can do to help it go in a little quicker, you just come down and just push sideways with your finger on this a little bit, and it'll let the air bleed out. It'll allow that fluid to go down in a little quicker for you, because that funnel wants to seal down there in that rubber boot. You may have to do that a couple times. Like I say, just push sideways on it gently, and it'll go right down in. Give it an escape route for that air. As that fluid goes in, we got to push air out of that tranny. So just a little tip to make it go easier for you. Okay, the initial fill I put in about a little over 4 quarts, 4 1/4, 4 1/2, and we're going to check it here at the check plug. Go ahead and start it up. Right now the transmission's pretty close up to temp. It's up, I can feel it on my hand, it's pretty hot. And again, we check it with the vehicle level. And I want it to just dribble out of this check plug hole. Looks like we got it pretty close right there. We got probably a few drips a second. That's about what you want to have it at the right level, warmed up. So now we're going to take this for a drive, and you'll have to decide for yourselves if you want to do this a second time to get more of that old fluid out. I believe on this one I am. So if you do that, you're going to need, you're looking at about 9 quarts, probably right in that range. 9 should do it. Okay, this is the second time through. We took the car out and drove it about 5-6 miles and got it all circulated up the temp. We're going to go ahead and pull the plug here, see what this fluid looks like. I'm going to go ahead and change it a second time so I get more of that old fluid out. Yeah, it's not really the prettiest cherry red yet that I want to see, so this should help to get rid of some more of that old fluid. So we're going to go through that procedure over again and recheck the fluid. And it's up to your discretion how many times you want to do this to get that fluid changed out completely. But on this one here, I'm going to do it twice. So, okay, underneath the vehicle here, we're putting this cover back on the bottom. There's a spot right here. There's a spot right here. You can see on this cover there's kind of a little hook on each one of these. And what you want to do is just slide those hooks right up over those spots, and that'll hold the back up. And then you can go ahead and put your screws in. It puts it just about right where it needs to be. So just a little piece of advice for putting that back together. Makes it simpler. And we're going to go ahead and tighten this all up, and we'll be done. Thank you for watching my video. Be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel at youtube.com/c/Donswell. I'd like to introduce you to Amsoil Synthetic Lubricants. We have the most complete line of synthetic lubricants on the market that offer you greatly reduced wear, extended drain intervals, longer equipment life. You can check that out at my website, Donswell.com. I also have a website for looking up fluid capacities. It's fluidcapacity.com. You can go there and print off the capacity of your engine oil, cooling system, transmission, transfer case, differentials. Be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Don Synthetic Lubes. Thank you and have a great day.